Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your HockeyPicks.com's previews and predictions for tonight's game. It is Monday, February 1st. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, what we're going to do here today, we're going to break down some of the games, and then we're going to make our selections at HockeyPicks.com. And the first game on deck, we're going to talk about the Nashville Predators taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, looking at tonight's starting goalies, you know what? Both the goalies for Nashville have a great history against Tampa Bay. In fact, Saros 2-0 in a lifetime, and Pekka Rinne 9-1 lifetime against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And you know something that really stood out this doing the research here. Pekka Rinne has been in the league since 2005. That's how long he's you know, when you think of the goalies that have a long stay, you think of the Dominic Hasek type goalies. Pekka Rinne is right up there with the Dominator. But yeah, 9-1 against Tampa Bay, and Vasilevsky, he's only 2-3 lifetime against Nashville. So Vazzy is gonna have his work cut out for him tonight against the Nashville Predators. Now, looking at the forecast here, we got the Lightning winning 3.24, 3.11. The over/under at 6.35. However, that's just a computer forecast. Now, when I break it down, this game here, Tampa Bay, looking at their power play on the season, ranked 14th and PK 19th. And for the Nashville Predators, their 25th ranked penalty power play and 31st PK against in the league. So, you know, it's amazing how things wash each other out, right? You talk about two goalies who have a great history against this team. You know, why wouldn't you start Rinne? He's 9-1 lifetime against Tampa Bay. But UC Saros has not lost against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So, it's going to be a good matchup. Now, it's a back-to-back game here situation where Tampa Bay won the first leg of this meeting in Tampa Bay. It was 4-3. Actually, I don't know if it was in Tampa Bay or in Nashville. No, I think it was in no, it wasn't Tampa Bay. That's right. It was in Tampa Bay. So, back-to-back games in Tampa Bay. Looking at the line on this game, -175 for the Lightning. 5.5 is the over-under. ATS forecast, again, 3.24 to 3.1. 4-2 on the season for Tampa Bay, 4-4 for the Nashville Predators. Now, the line value on this game from the Rain Report, we had right there, look at that, -176 was our line. The bookmaker's right there. So if you like Tampa Bay, you're getting good market value. And if you like the Nashville Predators, I had them at 115, and you're getting 155. So you're getting good value on the Nashville Predators. Now, the chance of winning the game based on 36 previous game goes in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning at 50%. And let's take a look at any of the early line moves in mid-afternoon now. So let's see what the latest line moves are on this game. Let's go to the money line, 175. Yeah, that's where we're staying at here. And it looks like the money's coming in on the over. 5.5, 141 to the over. And, you know, this is going to be a tough game. Look at this. For the Nashville Predators on the road against A-type teams, so teams above 60%. 0-2 on the season so far. Still young, but, you know, 0-3 on the road this year. You know, Jekyll and Hyde syndrome, right? You know, they do well at home, but they hide on the road, right? So 0-3, not looking good. And Tampa Bay, undefeated. This is a tough team. Tampa Bay is a tough out, and if you think you're going to go in there, you're going to have to steal the victory. But looking at the last, let me see here, 7 games. So 4-3 Lightning, and then you had the 3-2. So you got 2. You know what? Nashville's held their own with the, if you look at the last 5 games, they're 1, 2, 3, 3-2. So they've held their own against Tampa Bay. But you know what? That penalty killing, 31st, and this Tampa Bay Lightning ranked 14th. In fact, when I go look at the standings here tonight between these two teams, Nashville, goals for per game, 2.5. Tampa Bay, 3.17. And the Predators giving up 3 goals against, where Vasilevsky and the Lightning 2.3. So this is a tough one to call. Maybe the over is where you want to lean, but we'll make our hockey picks here just in a minute. I want to review all these games before I make my selection, and then we'll compare it with the consensus at hockeypicks.com. The away record for Nashville, 6-4 straight up in Tampa Bay, and 5-4-1 to the over. And for Tampa Bay, in the last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Nashville Predators, 4-6, 2-8 to the puck line, and 4-6 to the over/under. So far this season, home teams on one day's rest, 53-29 straight up. So you can see a big edge here for Tampa Bay. But again, there's value here on Nashville, but I'll make that selection in just a few minutes. All right, let's go to our next game here. Pittsburgh taking on the New York Rangers. Now, Casey DeSmith looks like we'll get the nod here tonight against Igor Shesterkin for the New York Rangers. Bookmakers got this one here at -16 for Pittsburgh, over under at 6.5. Now, remember the last game was what, -11 for, what was a pick'em, right? It was almost like a pick'em line. Looking at the Penguins here, we have them losing tonight on the computer forecast, 3.2 to 2.8, over under at 6.1. So it does like it to go under the total. Penguins, you know what? Can't believe it. It's already 9 games in the books here. 5-4 straight up, and on the puck line, 1-8, 6-3 to the over. Where the Rangers 2-6, and there's a reason why they got the number 1 draft pick, right? They struggled last year, and Lafreniere, still a rookie, 3-5 on the over/under. Now we had the Rangers at +148, and you're -105, so a bit overvalued here. And the same thing, fair market value for the Penguins. The chance of winning does favor the Rangers tonight at 71%. And what did I say for? Let's see, that's a big one here. I want to, before I go, I want to write that down. So this one I'm going to do my picks on Tampa Bay. The chances of winning was at 50% compared to 50 and 40% for the Nashville Predators. And I get the chances of winning right here to Kogo at 50%. That's a huge factor when you look at the Raymond report. It's one thing that I base a lot of my recommendations on. Again, when I do the handicapping using the Raymond report, I'm looking for indicators, and then I make a educated decision, and then I go with it, right? All right, the line moves on this game. So let's take a look at the line moves. And let me see if there's anything to write home about here. So it opened up on -116 for the Penguins, and that's where we're sitting right now. And it does like this game to go under at -120. And for the Pittsburgh Penguins or the Rangers, anytime they play a C-type team, a B-type team like the Penguins are, 2-0 to the over, but 0-2 so far in the season. The Rangers 1-3 on the year at home, 2-2 to the over/under. Where Pittsburgh, another Jekyll and Hyde team, they do well on home, but 1-4 on the road. So might have to give an early lean here to the New York Rangers tonight against the Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, game of the night in. Actually, there's 2 games of the night. I think the Montreal Vancouver is a great night. And that Calgary Winnipeg, that's going to be a good one. We got some good hockey there tonight, guys. All right, Boston Bruins -147, over/under set at 5.5. ATS forecast, the computer pick, gonna lean with the Washington Capitals, the team that won. Ovi found the old 5-hole last game on a long shot, beat a lack. Man, I wish he had that back because I had Boston that night. So I wish Halak would have closed the 5-hole there. But you know what? Hey, Ovi's Ovi. He's got that wicked wrist shot, and he can fire that thing off anywhere. And he found the wickets, right? He put it right between the 5-hole, and it was a nice shot. And he used the defense as a screen. Now, looking at this line here, 2.93 to 2.83 favoring Washington tonight. Now, Halak or Tuukka Rask, whoever starts against Washington, they don't do well. Halak is 9-11 lifetime, and Tuukka Rask even worse, 3-11 versus Washington. So Boston does not do well against Washington. And looking at the Caps, 6-3 on the year. Boston, after a slow start, remember they couldn't score goals on 5-on-5. Well, they're 5-3 now, 3-5 to the under, 7-2 to the over. So a lot of games in Washington. You got so much firepower on that offense. Speaking of that offense, Boston ranked 5th on the power play, 3rd on the PK. And for the Washington Capitals, they are ranked 1st in the NHL in power plays. Big surprise, right? And but ranked 21st on the PK. So it's almost like the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs are playing a little bit better defense this year. Got to give them that. But you know what I'm saying. You got to play balanced hockey right now. And Boston is, they got a good power play and a good PK, only giving up 3. But, look for Vanacek to get the nod here tonight for the Caps on a 3-game win streak. And the early line movement, let's take a look at the line movement on this game. For nothing really to be excited about. Now, Boston on the road this year, 1-3 to the under, where Washington is 4-1 at home and 4-1 to the over. In the last 10 meetings, Boston does not do well against Washington, 1-9 in the last 10. Give me the Capitals tonight, guys. I think Washington is the play here. All right, let's go take a look at our next game here. The other game of the night, the Vancouver Canucks. Now, I got some interesting information on this game. Look for Holtby, Braden Holtby, to get the nod for the Vancouver Canucks. And did you know Braden Holtby, take a guess what his record is against the Montreal Canadiens? 3, 2, 1. If you guess 15-3, you're right. That really stunned me. I didn't think hey, he was great in Washington. He had a great team, won a Stanley Cup, but 15-3 against the Habs, that's pretty amazing. But he's not going up against Swiss cheese, that's for sure. Carey Price is 14-2 against the Canucks. It's too bad this game is not in Vancouver because they were putting in goals over there like it was a Pez dispenser or something. They were just Carey Price, just, anytime Montreal plays out west in Canada, it's always a home game. Calgary, not as much Calgary, but for sure Edmonton and Vancouver, it feels like a home game for the Habs. But now they're at the Bell Center. In fact, let me see, starting at home, they're 1-1 at home. They lost 2-0 to Calgary in their last game. And now they're facing the Canucks. And the Canucks have not done well at the Bell Center. They're 2-8 straight up, 5-5 to the over-under, where Montreal is 8-2 overall. But great goaltending duel here. Got a -167. So if you're going to pay the price here on the Canadiens, and you know what, the Habs, look at this. The number one ranked offense in the league right now, averaging 4.1 goals against, 4, but giving up 275. So ranked number first on offense and 12th on defense. And on the power play, they're ranked 13th on the power play, 16 on the PK. So they have to improve a little bit on that if they do want to win a Stanley Cup, because you got to get in the top 10 if you want to win a cup. All right, let's go to our next game here. Actually, before I go, look at this. Don't be careful with Washington, Vancouver. They're 5-5. They're sneaky good. They are sneaky good. 5-5, 6-4 to the over. The Habs 5-3. And looking at the value here on the Habs, we had them at -144. So if you do like Montreal, you're going to overpay for them at -167. So there's more value on the Canucks at -113. You're getting 145. So as you can see, a lot of value if you do like the Vancouver Canucks. And that's based on the chance of winning. There is a chance of winning. 35% for the Habs, 23% for Vancouver. That's based on 37 games. But the value index here, more value on the team that's on a 4-game win streak. Wow, that hit me in the head right there. I didn't see that. And looking at their, let me see, who do they beat to go 4-1? The Jets? Okay. Oh, man. My poor Senators. Look at this. They got waxed again last night in Edmonton. 7-1, 5-1, 4-1. Give me the Habs. This is what you call fool's gold when you look at a 4-game, when you see a 4-game win streak like that. But you know what? Holtby, 15-3, I said. You can't take that away from him because he's a solid goaltender. All right, Calgary and Winnipeg, the last game of the night, and the Northern Division. Looking at the Calgary Flames, ranked 5th on the power play this year and 12th on the PK, where Winnipeg is ranked 16th on the power play and 25th on the PK. So they got to do a better job in that department. Coming off a loss in their last game, 4-1 to the Canucks, where Calgary beat Montreal 2-0. A nice shutout. One thing I've noticed in handicapping games, teams that tend to come off shutouts tend to stay in that type of zone of playing really tight defense. It's as if they don't want to let a goal and break that streak record, right? It's just something I've noticed in handicapping hockey. So I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. Don't be surprised when you see if you see another shutout here, right? Look for Markstrom to get the call here tonight, but he's 2-9 lifetime against the Jets. And Connor Hellebuck going for Winnipeg. He's 6-2 against Calgary. Now the bookmakers have got Calgary a 125 price tag, over under at 5.5. ATS forecast going with the Calgary Flames here. 3.23, 2.77. The over under set at 6, so it does like it to go over the total. I kind of like the under here. Flames, they need this one to get back to 500. Where Winnipeg 5-3 on the year. And looking at the value index, we had Winnipeg at -128, and you're getting a plus 105, so you're getting value, and you're overpaying for Calgary. We had them at plus 124, and it's -125. And let's take a look at this. When Winnipeg's at home against a C-type team, so a team below 500 in the standings, 3-0 to the over. So there goes that theory, right? But I still like the under. I think that that angle of teams coming off shutouts tend to carry that momentum into the next game. And Calgary on the road, 1-2. In fact, let me see how much they're scoring on the road this season. Let's go down here on the Raymond report, and let's go see Calgary's offensive power on the road. 2.33, 2.67, where Winnipeg tends to score. They're scoring a lot of goals this year, giving up 3.6 at home, though. But I do like the under in Calgary in this one. and I think that's where I'll be leaning. All right, don't forget, this is the Raymond Report. You can get this each and every day by visiting our website here at atsstats.com. Go to NHL, go to you get the free Raymond Report. If you don't want to be a member and you want to just check out the free matchup tip sheets, go to free report. And so check it out. All right, let's go make our selections here at hockeypicks.com. Now, everybody's invited to come to this site. It's hockeypicks.com. We got some of the top hockey pickers in the world making their selections each and every day. We got a guy like Muska who's got 59 Stanley Cups, and the reason why he's got 59 Stanley Cups is because he went 4-0 or better on any given night. And man, it's like hanging the banners from the rafters here with all these Stanley Cups. He's got 59, and I'm way down here. I only got let me see, where do I got? Thought I had a little bit. Where's Ronnie Ray? There, 27. I got some work to do, but I took a few years off to coach football, so that's why I'm a little bit behind. But I'll catch you there, Eddie. I'm coming up. All right, let's go to my selections today. Pittsburgh against the New York Rangers. Now, the way this works is you want to put your confidence level on the see the slider here. Now, this site works best on a desktop. I'm going to improve it on the mobile phone. I know it's on the iPad. It doesn't even work on an iPad, I don't think. But I'm going to improve it. Just bear with me. We'll get maybe not this season, but for September, I'll make sure that it's more mobile friendly. All right. So we got the Rangers. I'm going with the Rangers tonight. I like them. I don't love them. All right, 56%. Washington, Boston, I just told you guys they have a bad history of playing in Washington. Give me Washington. I love Washington tonight. I would love to take Nashville here. But that what was holding me back here? There was something holding me back on taking Nashville. It's the PK. That's right. That PK is just dreadful, and you're going up against the Lightning. Let me see here. The Lightning. See, anytime you make me start thinking, what's the golden rule, right? When everybody goes one way, you go what? The other way. But okay, good. They're both. The thing I don't like messing with streaks. Anytime a team's on a winning streak, it really. So give me Tampa Bay here tonight. I'm gonna go lightly on them, about 53%. I just if Rennie or Saros is not, UC Saros has never lost against Tampa Bay, so that concerns me. I'm gonna go with Montreal. Like them, don't love them, and I'm gonna go with Calgary. I think Calgary's in a good spot here tonight. I'm gonna, Calgary. I'll go at about 64%. Kick save, and then let's go take a look at the consensus here. So, all right, the early consensus. See, I'm going against the grain here with Pittsburgh. So people like the Penguins here, 32%, but they don't love them. They just like them. 53% confidence level. People are going with the Washington Capitals. Pretty tight though, 27-20, 53%. People absolutely love the Lightning here today, 60%. They're going with the Habs at 55%. And wow, look at this. Okay, that's I didn't see that coming. 53% people going with the Winnipeg Jets. So guys, think, pick, kick, save at hockeypicks.com. You're invited to come and make your selections, add to the consensus. Come and see the top scorers, the top pickers, the most followed. I call it the Twitter of hockey, and it's free to play at hockeypicks.com. All right, guys, there you have it. That's my hockey report today for a Monday, 1st of February. Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. To be honest, feels like Groundhog every day with this COVID situation. But you know what, guys? We'll get through this. The human race is a tough race, and we'll get through this, and we'll see better days ahead. All right. Have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Rain Report.